It is deeply unfortunate that despite Africa's extensive fertile lands, the continent has not achieved food self-sufficiency. The 2022 Global Report on Food Crisis reveals that approximately 140 million Africans face acute food insecurity, with at least 1 in 5 going to bed hungry. This dire situation worsens in areas plagued by insecurity and insurgency, as people are compelled to abandon their farms and homes for safety. Consequently, many African nations have become overly reliant on foreign aid and food imports to support their growing populations. This reality is disheartening because Africa possesses all the necessary resources to attain food self-sufficiency. Before we delve further into this topic, please consider subscribing to our The African Web channel for more insightful content. And remember to activate notifications by clicking on the bell icon. So what precisely is the issue here? Essentially, it is the lack of adequate attention given to agriculture in Africa. The sector is predominantly led by subsistence farmers who cultivate crops using basic tools, primarily for their own consumption. Consequently, the agricultural output falls short of meeting the continent's population needs, leading to a heavy reliance on food imports. African governments struggle to implement effective policies and programs to organize subsistence farmers into major food producers. Despite annual efforts, these initiatives often falter, leaving farmers without promised benefits. However, with proper governance and investment, Africa has the potential to not only feed itself, but also become a global exporter. Achieving food sufficiency is crucial for altering Africa's image of perpetual neediness. Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso exemplified this vision by implementing bold programs, including land redistribution and promoting local crop growth. Sankara's efforts led Burkina Faso to food self-sufficiency within 4 years, demonstrating the country's independence from foreign aid. Despite Sankara's vision being cut short by his death, leading to Burkina Faso's reliance on food aid, there is renewed hope thanks to Ibrahim Traoré, the current military leader. It's evident from his speeches and actions that Traoré is deeply influenced by Sankara's ideals and is dedicated to following in his footsteps. Like Sankara, Traoré is fervently committed to achieving food self-sufficiency for Burkina Faso. During a notable speech at the Russia-Africa Summit, Traoré questioned why the continent remains impoverished despite its abundant resources, urging African leaders to shift their focus towards attaining food self-sufficiency, an objective he aims to fulfill. Since assuming the presidency of Burkina Faso, Traoré has diligently pursued his objective. In fact, one of his primary goals for 2024 is to attain food self-sufficiency. To accomplish this, his administration has vigorously implemented 2 significant agricultural initiatives initiated in 2023, Operation Agro-Pastoral Offensive and the Presidential Initiative for Food Self-Sufficiency. In February 2024, Traoré's administration initiated a project supported by the African Development Bank aimed at enhancing food security in Burkina Faso amidst the repercussions of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Named the Emergency Project for Increasing Agricultural Production in Burkina Faso, it received €38.4 million in funding from the African Development Bank Group. The project aims to distribute approximately 9,000 tons of certified climate-adapted seeds to 330,000 farmers, thereby boosting the production of maize, rice, soya, cowpea, sorghum, and wheat. It is anticipated that the program's implementation will significantly augment national rice production by 430,000 tons and maize production by 77,000 tons, while also enhancing yields of other crops. Notably, this initiative complements the Operation Agro-Pastoral Offensive launched the previous year. In March 2024, Traoré directed the allocation of agricultural equipment and inputs valued at over 78 billion CFA francs to local producers, with the aim of boosting agricultural productivity in Burkina Faso. This distribution forms part of the government's strategy to promote food self-sufficiency and strengthen the agro-pastoral and fisheries sectors. Under Traoré's leadership, there has been a significant increase in support for agro-silo-pastoral producers announced for the year 2024. President Traoré emphasized the substantial enhancement in resources, noting that the provision of equipment and fertilizers this year exceeds previous allocations by a significant margin. This year, we are doubling the amount of equipment available compared to 2023 and distributing over 5 times the average quantity provided in the past 5 years, he explained. Likewise, the allocation of chemical fertilizers will increase to approximately 68.9 tons, more than double the amount distributed in 2023 and exceeding 5 times the average distribution over the past 5 years. The equipment comprises 400 tractors, 239 tillers, and 710 motor pumps. Additionally, 714 motorcycles have been procured to aid agricultural agents in supporting farmers. Furthermore, the government has supplied various agricultural inputs, including 10,000 tons of fish feed, 68,964 tons of fertilizers, 10,000 liters of phytosanitary products, 18,000 tons of plant seeds, 2,300 tons of fodder seeds, and 10,000 tons of concentrated feed. President Traoré also encouraged youths to participate in agriculture and highlighted the presence of focal points in different regions to assist aspiring producers. This initiative underscores the government's dedication to bolstering local farmers and promoting agricultural advancement throughout Burkina Faso. In March, the president allocated a significant parcel of land to students in Burkina Faso interested in agriculture. The objective was to empower them to cultivate and sell crops, thus creating a source of income for themselves. According to reports, each student was granted 2 hectares of land for farming. After some time, he visited agricultural farms in Bari, situated in the eastern central part of Burkina Faso, to observe and evaluate the progress of the agricultural students undergoing training there. During his visit, Traoré was given a tour of the farm, witnessing firsthand the various agricultural practices and procedures being taught and implemented by the students. Traoré expressed his excitement at the level of dedication and commitment displayed by the students, commending their efforts in contributing to the agricultural sector of the country. He further expressed his satisfaction with the progress made by the students and assured them of the government's commitment to supporting the agricultural sector. This action by Traoré demonstrates his dedication to advancing the agricultural sector in Burkina Faso, and undoubtedly, his efforts will positively impact the economy by enhancing agricultural production and creating job opportunities. The allocation of land to students will enable them to cultivate crops or raise livestock, thereby bolstering national food security and diminishing reliance on imported food items. In this manner, Burkina Faso can attain food self-sufficiency, akin to the achievements during the era of Thomas Sankara. What do you make of Traoré's decisive actions? Are they a beacon of hope for Burkina Faso's agricultural future? Reflect on the impact these initiatives could have on the nation's economy and food security. Join the conversation in the comments below. Remember to show your support by liking and sharing this video. Do not forget to subscribe to the African Web for more insightful content on similar topics. Together, let's explore the journey towards a more self-sufficient and prosperous Burkina Faso.